Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores Triassic, where I haven't exactly been living up to my namesake, have I? Let's just hit hunt here. A lot of our previous hunts have not been going so well. We've been getting a few animals, but then we kind of get ourselves ripped to pieces by anything else that's around us. But we're going to try sliding things back a little bit. Instead of going for most points, we're going to start exploring. So we're going to go to VERTIGO RANGE. Close in proximity to the planet's Antarctic Circle, area houses two biomes and one scrubland rich with vegetation and cold alpine taiga. Area is heavily polluted due to the illegal dumping of toxic waste, causing strange mutations in the local plant life. Actually, let me read about Dory Oasis now. Dino hunt scientists are still unable to explain how the Stand-Stark jungle can grow on such barren land. Legend attributes to the large temple on the mountain summit, built by the ancients of this grim land to honor whatever twisted god they believe created it. Ooh. Actually, we'll have to try to figure out a way up in Dory Oasis towards that temple, but for now, VERTIGO RANGE. And what are we going to use for weapons? You know what? I'll try the LR-300 and the FNAL. And, maybe we'll try this out and see. I don't know if we'll need the camouflage or not. I think we'll do just this, because we'll try using this one out. Pretty popular with dealing with giant carnivores, great distance accuracy and power. It says great power, but it's such a low amount. It's just a little over the pistol, to be honest, so I don't know about that. But anyway, let's see what VERTIGO RANGE has in store, shall we? Okay, we're loaded in, and I was not expecting this. Wow. It really is a tundra. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but it really is with that. That's pretty incredible. So, yeah, this is really cool, actually, to see. I can see why they wanted me to test out and see more areas, because this is a superb little change in here. Oh, was that a rock? Okay, that was just a rock. But yeah, I want to see this other half and kind of how they mix now, because this is really cool for a map. From the preview, it looks like it's basically desert right next to this. This will be a really interesting change to see once we can get to where the biomes kind of meet. And we'll hopefully have plenty of shots in this that we can handle whatever comes towards us. I'm trying to remember, what is it? It is... I thought I picked something else alongside this. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if that's good or not. Probably not. But so far, everything's been pretty quiet around this area. I don't know how they'd spawn in with things. I don't think there's actually enough kind of programming in the game to really say, like, only certain animals will spawn in certain areas of each map. I think it's kind of more, it'll just randomly assign certain numbers, or certain animals to certain spawn points. Luck of the draw with RNG. See if RNG hates us, though, if we try to make our way towards the east more. Actually, that sounded like a carnivore roar more than just ambience. Oh, well. That explains it. There's actually a Placerius up ahead. Let's see if we can get him. I have a feeling Placerius is another... All the herbivores are ones that can kind of run you down and hurt you, so... I am going to turn the sprint on. There we go. I just want to turn sprint on so that way we got close within range and he might have gone aggressive to us. So we've got a Placerius. And now I don't want to be greedy as in I want to hunt more than him. But I do want to see more of the map. So the only way to do that is to kind of explore. So we're going to try doing that. But I think that was about 5 shots for the Placerius, so this might be a good weapon for me. It has the rapid fire rate that I like. My aim is, I guess, is kind of okay-ish. It's not really fantastic as we've seen so far, but I think if we can make up for that with the volume of shots we're sending out, that should help us quite a bit. Oh, we'll just ease our way along, look about in case there's anything lurking in the hills and the valleys here. Doesn't look like it, so we're pretty good, I think, or I hope. I'm still beating myself up over last episode with, we would have had so many points to have gotten in if we had just ended that successfully and we didn't have the Seal of Physis. For some reason, those guys seem to give me the most trouble. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because... Okay, good, it's just a potato, so I was going to say... Oh no, don't tell me it's one again, but... Maybe it's because I don't lead them enough. Like, that was something, as I was playing a little bit on my own, I think I encountered, was if I gave them more lead, I seemed to get the hits better. But yeah, look at that. Straight from that to a nice open desert. So let's look around and see, because there's supposed to be some interesting little... I don't think that's supposed to be water. I think that's almost like that kind of purpley stuff we were seeing in Dory Oasis too, but we'll make our way out more into the desert and see what we come across on our first expedition here in Vertigo Range. Yeah, it is that kind of purpley land of sorts, so... The nice thing... Oh, well, hello, there's another one of them. We're not going to call, we're just going to be nice and quiet. Because thanks to watching... Well, all of his videos have been put to private because of the COPA kind of stuff that we're trying to navigate now as YouTubers, but Story and Target's videos are all set to private, but he gave a number of very good and helpful tips for how to kind of get your footing a little more and how to use the calls to hunt better. So it's thanks to watching those I feel like I've improved a little bit more. But I also can understand his wariness with COPA. That is just... The whole situation is such a mess, although I haven't really heard how that's been going for anybody or not. Yeah, he's just trotting right along happily, eh? Well, you can tell my Canadian's showing. He's just having a good old time, eh? No need to... There we go. And now we won't get greedy and go after anything else, but we'll probably end this expedition right there. The 2 Placerius were a nice little chunk of points in for us. But I do want to do more hunting on Vertigo Range, because this seems like it's going to be a really interesting map where you spawn... Okay, I was going to say, don't tell me that was something coming towards us now. But where you spawn might really affect what you'll see and how you'll hunt. Oh, yeah, speaking of toxic waste, that's spilled barrel right there. Okay, but with that done, we'll end this expedition right here. A nice, successful hunt, if I say so myself. Okay, so we're able to get a few more points. I do want to keep going with the LR. Maybe what we'll do is grab this revolver, too. Yeah, I don't really have enough to warrant anything else, so we'll just use this amount still back into Vertical Range. Keep tranquilizers on for those little bonus points, because God knows I need them with how bad I am. And we'll hop into another hunt right away. Okay, we should be all loaded up and the capture's going good, so let's take a look where we are now. So we're up in the north of all of this kind of scrubland was, I think they called it. I think scrubland's probably the most fitting term for this, so let me see, what is it? Okay, yeah, there we go, that's the one I want first. We'll fall back to the revolver once we kind of run out of ammo in this one, but... Yeah, just nice to be able to look around and see everything that's on the map. Oh, I heard something. I think that's just ambient sound, though, because I don't think anything actually makes that little squeaking that we heard. But we'll head more towards the southeast this way, try to work towards that big patch right in the middle. Or, well, upper center in a way. Be ready with this in case we do spot anything like the Coelophysis, which always gives me problems. Don't know why, but that's something hopefully with time we'll improve on and put behind us. Well, hopefully the mic didn't pick too much of that up. Unfortunately, I also have to find a better pop filter in a way for the microphone. What I have right now is, well, this kind of tells you the quality of my setup and how much money I have to really be using around, but it is a unbent wire coat hanger with a bit of, I think it's nylon stocking or pantyhose stretched over it. Yeah, you can tell I'm kind of working on a budget here, but we make do with what we can. You deal with the cards you're dealt. Or you play with the cards you're dealt. Yeah, so I don't really see anything out and across this vast area. I'm a little surprised. I thought we would have spotted something, but we'll use the wind in our favor and go up towards it. I feel like this map in particular, well, I think Panoremos and this map in particular are really good fits for the Placerius on it. It just feels like that animal really blends in well with both the sandy terrain, and it just feels like a desert animal in a way. I think the Lilian Sternus works more on something like Dory Oasis and Fudo Island. Coelophysis, though, I could probably say goes anywhere, really. It's such a basic little dinosaur that feels like it could fit almost any terrain it's kind of in. Well, except maybe the Arctic taiga area of this map, but you kind of get my feeling for what animals feel like they're appropriate across where. No, and it looks like that Herrerasaurus doesn't have the texture glitch, so that's good. I wonder why it had that, though. That seemed like a really weird thing to have, but... Oh, we actually spooked him off instead of him coming after us. That's a little surprising. He's the only thing we've spotted so far, though, so we'll probably look at going after him and trying to get him. After all... Actually, no, it's always been the Coelophysis that's gotten us. The Herrerasaurs weren't too much of a problem. We were using the Spaz last episode. I do admit the Spaz took them down pretty nice and easily. 2 shots and they were dropped. It was the Coelophysis that... I think it's just because it's such a small one and it's so hard to track that really becomes an issue for me. Oh, but I think the wind is going to give us way for the Herrerasaurus more than anything. So we're kind of fighting it right now. Well, let's see. That's just a rock there. Get this out and ready. Yeah, so we'll crouch down. There's the Herrerasaurus out there. I think that's the only one near us, so we might be okay to try calling it. So there we go. That's queued up in our call. Well, let's see if we can get up to this little bit here. Yes, he's a little out of range still, but you know what? If I can get up to behind this here... I can't even get behind this because of the slope terrain. Oh, there's the Lystrosaurus running off. I'm surprised he ran off too. That's a little odd. I don't know if they're extra skittish or something on this map or what, but wasn't expecting him to go bolting off like he did. We might actually have to try running at him and provoking him into attacking us at this rate. I don't see anything else really around, so we at least know we probably won't get ambushed. Okay, so he's down there again. He's not too far off, so maybe what we'll do is try taking a few shots, because the shot precision, I don't think it's too bad with this one. We'll see if we can get within the 200-meter range. There we go. And there was one more that was just over that way, so we'll try going for getting a second Herrerasaurus. I think the gunfire probably sent it off a ways, though. But it does seem like if you really want to provoke them into attacking, just try to get a shot off on them. And we have plenty of ammunition that we shouldn't have much problem with the other one unless it's in close range. Although if it is, then it might be easier just to quickly tap that trigger and try to get them in. And I feel like this would be a really nice map to use the sniper rifle that's in game for. Because you have such openness towards, well, actually just such distant line of sights to anything if you're up on a hill. But that, I think, is going to be a lot of points away from us being able to get pretty soon. So he's just up there. Well, we'll even crouch down, just so that way we are a little more hidden, possibly hidden by the terrain. I don't know if it'll actually pick up that we're not visible or not. Oh, is that another one? There might be a lot of Herrerasaurs on this map, or it might just be the same one. But we'll be ready with our weapon. There we go. Okay. So, before anything else comes along, let's end this hunt here where we were successful and got the 2 Herrerasaurs. Okay, so we're loaded in. So we got a few points from that. We've got a surplus of... So we're at 165 right now, which isn't too bad. We're still a ways off from being able to use the... Actually, we could take that and go after something, but we'll save that for next episode, just because we're actually up to a nice little point with this one. So we actually managed to do a couple of successful hunts. It was a miracle episode. We did not... Yeah, I actually don't think we died this episode. Because we started right into vertigo range. Oh, excuse me. And we have a few more still to go through. Hell Island is going to be an interesting one. Greenshire sounds pretty docile, but... I don't know, it feels like something's off with that description right there. Like, beautiful paradise knows no sorrow, no poachers wherever consistent, only animals are fat and docile. There's no danger here, honest. That don't sound right. But yeah, so we actually cleared through quite a few of these. We got 2 more, possibly 3 to go, depending on how our points come in. It'll probably take a while, and the Megalosaurus is still going to be a ways off. But all in all, we are slowly making our way up and getting ourselves a little bit more outfitted for things. But thank you all for joining me on another episode of Carnivores Triassic. If you do have any recommendations or anything you'd like to see me hunt a little more of, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'm always welcome to feedback, requests, anything like that. And if you have any weapon types you'd like me to see more, or have any tips and tricks to make them a little better to be used in my rather untalented hands, be sure to let me know as well. I'm always trying to improve and give you guys something entertaining to watch for a few minutes. Until the next episode though, please remember as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.